Hi everybody. My mom is going to hate this video blog because I am standing on the edge of a cliff at the top of a trail here in Cape Breton Island, and it is a miserable day and it's a hard hike to get up here. So this didn't turn out the way I expected it to. This is usually a pretty magnificent view, but as you can see with the rain coming down and the fog, you can't see anything. It's like you're standing on the edge of an abyss here. And so I figured as I'm standing on the edge of the cliff, there's something I wanted to share with all of you about failure and a philosophy that helps me deal with the many failures I have in my life. And it basically says this: everything that you're doing in your life, every job, every relationship, every initiative is at one of 5 steps. The first step, which is the hard one to do sometimes, to get motivated, to get going, to take that first step towards whatever it is you want, that can be tough. But it's the next step, number 2, the next step that actually commits you. If the first step gets you moving, it's still easy to go back once you've taken one step forward. But that next step is the one where you're committed. If starting a side business is the first step, actually leaving your job and starting to work full-time for yourself, that's the next step. If saying you're seeing somebody is the first step, actually using the term girlfriend, boyfriend, that's the next step. So that one's actually tough. So there's the first step, there's the next step, and then there's always going to be the wrong step. And the wrong step may be 30 seconds and you realize right away. The wrong step could be 5 years, but there's always going to be a wrong step where you go down the wrong path. That step can be little or it can be long. That's followed by the 4th of the 5 steps, which is the step back. After you recognize you've taken a wrong step, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of guts to say, that's not working, I'm gonna step back. And a lot of times we continue going down the wrong path because we feel we've sunk so much into it. But no matter how much you've sunk into it, it's still the wrong path. The first step, the next step, the wrong step, the step back. And that's where you find yourself here. A lot of people see after you take that step back, you're on the edge of the cliff. You don't know what the next right way forward is. You've already made a mistake and you've got that fresh on your mind. People think at that moment you're on the edge of a cliff, and if you take the wrong step forward again, you're going to tumble off. And I think actually when you take the step back, you are at the edge of the cliff, but you're facing a different direction than most people think. I think you're facing, like I am right now, away from the cliff. And the best step that you can make after you take that step back is another step forward. That's the one that takes you away from danger. That's the one that gets you moving in the right direction again. No matter what you're doing in life, it's at one of 5 stages. The first step, the next step, the wrong step, the step back, and then a new step forward. Everything you do is going to go through those 5 stages. They're totally normal. Don't worry about it. From the top of the mountain, this is the Day One Leadership blog. I'll see you again soon. Hopefully drier.